Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It's fantastic to have you here even after our little mishap yesterday with the foundry where we had to pull it all apart. We have to wait a little bit for some more castable refractory to show up. First things first, Joey is fixing up the last little bits on the pouring hoops, and then I want to forge a mini anvil, but first, let's see him finish up these pouring hoops. So now what I want to try and do is I want to do a little fun project. I want to see if I can forge a little mini anvil from this block of 3 by 3/4 inch mild steel. This is going to be good fun. Get to use the power hammers, get to use the hand hammers, and get to try and forge a shape that I've never forged before. Using the set hammer here to forge the taper for the horn gives me a little extra control, and I can work 3 sides only to keep it biased a little bit towards the face. Then as we come around, you can obviously see that we also have been pinching in here with a top fuller over the horn. I'd like to be using a bottom fuller in the hardy hole, but as you can see, I don't have a bottom fuller that's tall enough for us to be able to access in here without damaging the horn or the heel of the little micro anvil. And so even though the horn here is less well supported, less ideally supported, it does work to be able to pinch in here with the sledge and the top fuller and get this waist of the anvil forged down. The base here is a little narrow. I'm fine with that. That's going to get upset into the width we need as we go forward. My next step, however, is going to be establishing a little extra length in the heel before we continue to then start doing a step before the horn and round out the horn before we do the more refining stages of making this thing. But it's time for a little more forging. We're making awesome progress here on the anvil. I'm really pleased. I'm taking it super duper slow, giving it a little bit of a brush. And what we're now doing is we're working over the sharp edge here with a set hammer, and we're forging in the transition between the horn and the rest of the body of the anvil. Working edge on edge here with a striker. Joe's striking for me. And I'm getting him to strike on this side of the tool there. What that's doing is that's helping direct the energy into my side of the set hammer so that we're doing the bulk of the work there, since the rest is mostly forged as it is. We're going to do one more blow. Wait, yep. There we go. Then one more here on the step, medium. Outstanding. Good striking there. Now, as you'll see here on the anvil, it stays square for a little bit because right in here is a step. So, from the step now, we'll begin to octagonalize it. So I'm going to line this up here, and I'm going to have Joe strike. And we're going to, come back up slightly, a little more further up. Yep. And this is laying out where the horn starts rounding. Wait for it. Yes. Beautiful. So next heat, I'm going to bring this to an octagon and work that out. But first of all, let's check in again and see how the crucible holding or crucible safety feature that Joe is working on is going. So here's where we're at with the little micro anvil there. It is forged, and this makes me so happy to make this little anvil. I'm having such a blast. Holy moly, this is fun. What an extremely fun day. Now what I need to do is I need to get holes in it. I need to get the square hole, which is called a hardy hole. Now you use a hardy hole for bottom tools like this, otherwise called hardy tools. They sit in there, and that way they don't move around too much. I'll also put cutters in a hardy hole, and you generally call that a hardy or a hot cut hardy. And this little second hole here on an anvil is called a pritchel hole, and that is used for driving drifts through, or even, potentially driving punches through, depending on how it is that you do it. And these two holes on an anvil really, really do make it extremely helpful for your punching and drifting operations. And so, of course, on our little micro anvil, we need to make sure, definitely got to make sure that we got a good hardy and pritchel hole. Now, on an old forged anvil like this beautiful Peter Wright anvil, these two would have both been punched in. This is a slightly more modern Peter Wright, I believe, and it has the remnants of what it was originally, which is that the hole was drilled in and then drifted to a square. This particular anvil here is cast steel, so the hole here would have been cast in, and that would have likely been drilled in, I would imagine. On this particular one here, I'm going to take a hand drill, and I'm going to drill two holes, and then we're going to make ourselves up a little square drift that we can drive through the hardy hole to make it into a square hardy hole. So I've made a drift, and now it's time to drift the hardy hole. Joe has done an amazing job here making us and finishing off these fantastic crucible retention clips. Look how awesome that is. Of course, he's finished them up for all the crucibles and retains the crucibles in and stops them from falling out. They are looking fantastic. Thank you, Joe, for doing the awesome work finishing those off. And thank you guys for the comments suggesting that we do it. I'm really pleased that we did do it. What do you reckon of the anvil, Joe? Doesn't that thing look cute as can be?
It's brilliant. You should forge something on it.
We should forge something on it. We'll maybe save that for another episode. That has been so much fun to make. I had so much fun thinking about with that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out this video. Make sure you have a fantastic day. Make sure you go make something. Enjoy yourself, and I'm going to see you tomorrow on the very next episode. Bye-bye.